Welcome to EO Talks, Eastern Oregon's very own talk show, only here on EOAlive.
Hi, my name is Amber Richardson. I am a 36-year-old LMT from Southern Oregon. I have been at my practice now for 12 years, and I love what I do. I am one of 3 girls. I was born in Corvallis, Oregon, and I was raised in Central Point, Oregon. And let's see, I went to May Richardson Elementary, and then I went to Scenic Middle School. Then I went to Crater High School, and right out of high school, I went to SOU, and I changed my major probably like 19 times. I put myself through college. My parents were really, really awesome, but they're right there at that demographic where they didn't make enough to put me through school. So I was working 2 jobs and putting myself through college. So I couldn't quite figure out what I wanted to do. So my mom told me to maybe get some life experience. So I moved to Las Vegas, and she was like, I don't think that's quite what I wanted you to do, but I'm really glad I did because I had a lot of fun. I learned how to bartend in some of the best nightclubs. And I moved back to Oregon, and I actually got to help a lot of the bars downtown with opening a lot of the bars here and teaching their bartenders how to fast bartend and help them kind of speed up their bartenders and help their bars get in more money and wealth that way. And then I put myself through college again and got my LMT license, and then been at my practice now for 12 years, like I said, and I love what I do. And over the last 2 years, which I feel most people in Oregon can say has been very trying times, between being in medical and owning a business, we've been shut down, and that's kind of what brought me into this wanting to run for governor. And so that's where we are today. We started this whole youth tour with wanting to really educate our youth with how to buying a home and starting a business. Because one of the things that I found in my practice in the last 4 years is my students that are going into college, my students that are in college, and my students that are graduating, I ask them, what are you going to do? Are you so excited? And they tell me, no, I just want to get a high-paying job, pay my taxes, and get by. And I kind of think that's the saddest thing I've ever heard. So I tell them, like, no, you need an asset. Like, you need to be able to have a home or something. And it doesn't matter if you have a high-paying job or not. The government will always want more. And so that's also kind of a catalyst here with this youth tour within the campaign, is to go out there and really educate our youth that you need to, that you can buy a house and you can start a business, but the way that a lot of our youth is voting is actually more detrimental towards them with these government-funded agencies. No, I don't have any public service background. I haven't ever ran for office before, but I do feel that being in this economy and owning your own house and owning your own business actually kind of makes me a little bit of a pro. Yeah, so Jackson County is, I love Southern Oregon. We have about 200,000 residents in Jackson County. Jackson County is full of life. You can go skiing and you can go wakeboarding. We have really great, from elderly to youth. It's very, it's more lively than something that's just a bunch of retirement, but we have a lot of up and coming families, and there's lots of hunting. There's a lot of first time business owners, and there's a lot of new growth happening in in this small community that is actually becoming quite large. So I love Southern Oregon, and I think Southern Oregon is becoming really, really a lot larger, and it's growing really, really fast.
Alrighty. Who is your favorite historical Oregonian?
So I hear this question quite a lot, and I'd have to say that Dennis Richardson would be my for me, especially being at 36. He was a really big impact, especially in Southern Oregon. I do get asked a lot if I am related because my last name is Richardson. There was quite a lot of Richardsons, especially in Southern Oregon, but I'm not related. And his daughter Laura and I, we grew up together because we were in the same school together. But he made a really, 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 really big, strong impact on our local community. And he was just such a really, really great guy. And I actually think he probably won. Absolutely. I think that there's a lot of issues that most Oregonians have felt in the last 40 years. So some of the big issues that we've heard is, or that we all have felt, is election integrity. I think that has been a big issue for most Oregonians. I mean, we haven't had a Republican governor in 40 years. And so election integrity is pretty top on the list of things that I think that are critical issues in our state. Forest management is another one. We have had fires for a very, 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 very critical fires too, that weren't there like when I was a kid. And also we need our timber industry back. Our timber industry has been destroyed, and that's a travesty. Crime is also really, really, really a big critical issue. It's up 800%. And we have the cartel, we have, a massive, with the marijuana issue too. Also our education is a big critical issue. I think our elderly is another strong issue on there as well, on top of the list. Our education system is a big issue. And also I think our not gun control, gun rights, because I don't think gun control works. And also homeless is another large issue on top of this list. And then I also think that we have a major critical issue would be a government-funded agencies. We need to do a massive audit on all of the government-funded agencies, because I don't think that we can talk about true taxes until we can do a big audit on all of those agencies, because we don't even know what money is going where and what's working, what's not working. We keep dumping money into all of these agencies and we're not getting anywhere. So I think we need an audit on all of them. Yes, I am a Christian. I've been a Christian my whole life. As a child, in Corvallis, we went to a Baptist Christian church. And then when we moved here to Central Point, we went to Foothills. And then we went to Table Rock when I was in middle school. And then as an adult, we go to Grace Point Christian Fellowship. I think the criticisms that I will receive is probably my age, because a lot of my other opponents are much older than I am. And I don't think that is a bad thing, because I do think that our youth needs to get involved in our politics, because we need that fresh look. And I think it's important for our youth to step up and start getting involved in our politics. And then also there's probably money, because I'm not a politician, so I don't have those campaign funds that I have rolled over from other campaigns. I do think that is part of what is part of the problem too, though, because a lot of those campaign funds, by the time you start from, run for office in one campaign, and then you move it to another one, and you move it to another one, you move it to another one. By the time you get to the top, then it's kind of like you owe this person a favor. And I think that's where we're in the trouble we're in today, because then you're not really working for the people. You're literally working for the favor that you owe this person and owe this person. So I think, although that might be some criticism, I think that's where it actually puts me in a really good position as well.
All right, now it's time for our famous lightning round. So first off, ducks or beavers?
Ducks will be for football, beavers will be for baseball.
What is your favorite Oregon landmark?
So for the landmark thing, when you've been born and raised in Oregon, you've pretty much been anywhere. So I really actually want to go somewhere that I haven't been, and I've really been wanting to go to this one place, and it's in Eastern Oregon. It's called Mount Hart, but it's called a glass house. So I really want to go see that. So for a famous landmark, it's somewhere I have never been. So that would be where I want to go.
All right. What is your favorite Oregon wine or beer?
So for wine, I'm not a super beer fan, so I'm going to say wine, and it's at the Nomis Suncrest Winery. It's in Talent, and it's their Barbera. It's to die for.
All righty. What is your favorite place in Eastern Oregon?
The place I just mentioned, because I want to go so bad. It's Mount Hart, and it's supposed to be this glass house. I would say my final thoughts would be that I really feel blessed throughout this whole journey that we've started with this whole campaign. It's getting our youth involved, and also that we need to find balance. Balance is so important. And I think if you're always striving for balance, then you're on the right track. And what I mean that is, like, if you are, let's say you're working too much and not spending enough time with your family, then you try to find some balance with that, then you're on the right track. And I think if that's my final thoughts, then finding balance in our community, finding balance in our politics, finding balance in life, then we should really try to strive with that, and to just feel blessed with every day that we have. And just thank you for every opportunity with this campaign. And just, I really look forward to every single day, and I can't wait to see what everything offers. And thank you so much for this opportunity too with this interview. And you can come and find me at my website for Vote Oregon First, for Amber.com. And I can hold it up for you too right there. And that's where you can find the website. And again, thank you guys so much for everything. I really, really do appreciate it.